So every year I start out and I write down all of the topics that I want to draw that I think, this is going to make me a better artist. And I just assign myself one topic per month. And then I just have to go in and draw the thing whenever I feel like sketching. You do from observation or from, imagination. I think the point is kind of to do it through observation, so I try to stick to that more, and then I try to invent shapes as I get later into the month, where I've now studied a bunch of stuff and I think I could make something up that is kind of believable. So yeah, that's how I do it. Looks like this one's feet. Lots of feet. And this is me attempting to use a brush pen. I think I only do it for a couple days. It was very frustrating and something I need to do again. It was very hard to control. Yeah, doing a little bit of feet here. It's kind of fun to try and figure out how to break down these shapes, this complicated stuff, into simple stuff that I could redraw over and over again. But in the observation and trying to do it and feeling like constantly I'm failing, it did build a little bit of muscle memory, which was really nice. I think this was April, so we're kind of like basic shapes, so probably fundamentals, I think wooden planks, something along those lines, boxes. And as you can see, as I get bored with just basic boxes, I start kind of cutting into them, or I start trying to make them a little bit more complicated, turn them around. You'll often see where I'll draw something head on like here, and then I'll do a 3/4 afterwards to see, like, do I really understand what was happening there, or what am I missing? Trying to capture some door proportions, some cat carrier stuff. Going back to that, I don't know, like TV stand thing. Drawing ellipses on boxes, wooden planks. This is Stormlight Archive bridges. Tried to draw over there. I think we're getting into gesture land now. And usually you can see it kind of starts real messy and gross. And as I get more comfortable doing the thing, they start to feel a little bit more intentional. And I think that's part of it. Sometimes you just gotta get rid of the shitty lines first, and then you can go into it. Most of the first drawings I start with are terrible. I was in New Orleans here, and I kind of strayed away from my topic, which is okay. And then I finally got into trying to draw people as they were walking, which was extremely challenging. I think I spent like 3 or 4 hours just watching people looking super creepy. Like, yes, continue walking. But it was really fun, very challenging, and wishing I had superpowers to capture that in my brain instead of having to keep looking and crying when people would not stop. Yeah, I think I'm trying to invent stuff here. I think we're getting into, the airport. Yeah. So I'm just still trying to capture different proportions, different ways of moving, the way people are sitting. I don't think I'm even doing it very successfully, but I think the observation is the point. And we get to hairstyles. Fun fact, the one on the bottom right, and like basically any of the ones with like little buns and the bangs, I was watching an adult film, and I saw this woman with an amazing haircut, and I stopped and took a screenshot and was studying that afterwards. So that's the kind of stuff that happens to my brain. I'm doing some animal studies. I still don't remember half the stuff, but it is very fun to draw. Fun and challenging, very challenging. Yeah, I'm like trying to invent shapes here from what I've already known. And here, I think it was August, I decided, I was supposed to do human anatomy. I was like, man, I'm just bored with human anatomy. I've been doing a bunch of feet and whatever, so let me do some machines and just looking at weird little tractor crane things and how they work, and just trying to wrap my head around it. It was a really cool challenge, and interesting to see how other designers had to think about that in terms of big, medium, small shapes. Doing some expressions and emotions. Started off with very little expression, and then started kind of pushing that and getting a little bit more out of my comfort with the expressions themselves. This dude here is, what's his name? I'll look it up. Pete Flack. He does really funny videos, and cracked me up. So I was drawing him. And yeah, some of these are imagination, some of them are from observation. I try to mix it up. We're getting to October. It's supposed to be architecture, and you can see actually I've done a couple of days of architecture in the entire month, and I just put them on one page. It happens, you know. And even in November, just had interiors, basically nothing. And then I had one day in December where I drew, but that's okay. Not every month is going to be perfect, and we just strive for being better next year.